Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Dameon Nelson of MaxSportsOnline.com with this exclusive wrap-up of TNA Against All Odds, the pay-per-view event coming to you on Sunday, February 12, 2006. It was a good pay-per-view. Let's go over the big points out of Orlando, Florida at Universal Studios. First, Jeremy Barash, folks. Been trying to, just doesn't fit into a professional wrestling situation, in my opinion. Replacing Shane Douglas, temporarily at least, while Shane is home tending to his brand new child. So congratulations to Shane Douglas. Jeremy Brash filling in good, but doesn't fit. Another person that doesn't fit necessarily with TNA or wrestling in general at this point in time would be Larry Zbyszko. I just can't buy him as that commissioner type person. That being Larry Zbyszko, a legend in his own right, yet difficult to swallow in that role that he's playing right now. Also, why did Christian Cage give his acceptance speech for the title before the match? It seemed to seal the deal or fate in that championship matchup before it ever happened. Now let's go to the card, folks. Let's talk about it match by match. Overall, the show scored from me a B-. It was a good offer. Again, from TNA in their monthly pay-per-view endeavors. They say that they deliver and raise the bar each and every month. They continue to do that. In the opening contest, the Naturals defeated Roderick Strong and Austin Aries, Milwaukee native Austin Aries, with a natural disaster. Good move, fast-paced action, all over the place. Really liking the character development of Austin Aries. I gave that match a B, ladies and gentlemen. And then it was a newcomer to TNA, Jay Lethal, who comes out and pins the man with the single greatest finishing maneuver in professional wrestling today, P.D. Williams, the creator of the Canadian Destroyer. A wicked four-way match with Bentley and Shelley involved as well. An overall B-grade matchup, in my opinion. Great four-way X Division action. Jay Lethal is going to be something big in the wrestling industry. In the next contest, we saw was tag team action. Rockabilly and the Road Dogg beat LAX, led by the star known as Conan. Lots of interference by Conan, and then in the end, it was Bullet Barb Armstrong who came in and challenged Conan without saying a word. I give that match a D, folks. I just can't buy the New Age Outlaws in this day and age. America's Most Wanted defeats Sanjay Dutt and Chris Sabin. Folks, they just don't get any more entertaining than Sanjay Dutt, a performer in his own right, the player from the Himalaya, a man who's got an amazing amount of potential in professional wrestling, and is simply delivers wrestling skills like no one else I've ever seen. However, America's Most Wanted, not my favorite tag team. I respect what they've done in the industry. I respect their talent. However, just doesn't do it for me. I give the match a C+, borderline B- for that tag team championship matchup. Sanjay Dutt and Chris Sabin getting into the tournament after beating Austin Aries and Roger Strong in the tournament on TNA Impact recently. And then in a sleeper matchup, Rhino, the Man Beast, the War Machine, whatever he's going by this week, defeats Abyss in a match that was all over the TNA arena, the Impact Zone as they like to call it. A match that culminated with an amazing gore off of the balcony, down through 4 tables, double stacked, to the floor went Abyss. An amazing finish to a great matchup. The first A match on the card. I give that match an A-. Great effort from both men in that matchup. And then the match all of us wanted to see, the match that I ordered the pay-per-view for. The three-way dance for the X Division Championship. Samoa Joe goes up against Christopher Daniels and the phenomenal AJ Styles. Folks, it is amazing to see these three men perform each and every time they do it. Specifically, it is amazing to see the athletic abilities of Samoa Joe. Think about the big men who have been in this industry, and then look at Samoa Joe. He really is in a league of his own, and proved that in this A+ matchup. I gave it an A+ as he pins AJ Styles to retain the X Division Championship. Christopher Daniels saying it's not done. He's not dead. This one still has a long way to go. It was the second time we saw these three men cut it up, and we can watch matches, or at least I can watch matches from these three over and over and over again. The Dudleys defeat Team Canada in a match that I deemed as just average, a C match. The big question on the table is, while they still have it in the ring, while they can still go in short bursts, what has happened to the Dudleys? They have ballooned up to sizes that we have not seen them in years, if ever, and seemingly not in the shape they were back in their WWE days. Again, still able to bring it in the ring, still able to deliver, but what we never see in recent Dudley matches are any longevity from either of the team members in that matchup. And then the main event, ladies and gentlemen, Christian Cage gets his chance to go up against the King of the Mountain, Jeff Jarrett, for the the NWA Heavyweight Championship. Larry Zbyszko said all night that there will be no shenanigans allowed. Anyone who interfered in the match would get fired. A lot of things on this pay-per-view, folks, made no sense. In this instance, what made no sense was the fact that Gail Kim was still allowed to be at ringside. And one of the 18 times she interfered in the matchups, did no one come out and exclude her and tell her to leave because she should be fired based on what Larry Zbyszko was telling people all night. Big news in this matchup, the referee, the special referee, if you will, for the matchup, now joining TNA, Earl Hebner, was the special ref for the matchup. There's a spot in the match where Jeff Jarrett went for the sharpshooter on Christian Cage, and it looked as if Earl was going to go for the bell, a tribute, if you will, to the incident back in 1997, which TNA and West mentioned several times during the matchup. Didn't happen that way, folks. Christian Cage pins Jeff Jarrett 1-2-3 in the middle of the ring to become the NWA Champion after a 12-year journey to reach championship material. A mid-card comedy act no more is the Christian Cage, the peep superstar, if you will, the man who's minding his peeps. And NWA Championship changes hands. Some 2.5 years of the 4 years that TNA has been around, Jeff Jarrett has worn the title. Now Christian Cage with the title. Would love to hear what you have to say. Visit us at MaxSportsOnline.com. Again, the website is MaxSportsOnline.com. Learn more about the show. Learn more about our experiences. And we will see you next time here on the pay-per-view wrap-up for No Way Out. Coming up soon from World Wrestling Entertainment. For Max Sports, this is Dameon Nelson signing off.